Well, good morning everybody, this is Dear Mama Sal and it's Sunday morning, and it seemed like a perfect morning for me to do an experiment. A while ago I bought these, they're called chef sheets, and they're one of these as seen on TV type products, and I think I got it at my local Walmart. And basically they come in two, you get two in one of these things, two rolls. One's black one and one's a brown one. The black one is for grilling on your barbecue, and the brown one is for baking. Now, it says it does all sorts of things, and I've watched some of the videos on YouTube, and it seems like an awful lot of people are saying they work pretty well. So I thought it was about time that we tried them. So what I've done is I've got an electric barbecue because I don't like to lug around propane. And what I've done is I've cut up potato and some leeks, because I always think leeks give such a great oniony taste. And then here I'm going to cook a whole pack of bacon, because as you know, if I'm going to cook bacon I cook the whole lot and then I freeze what I don't need. And then I'm going to have some eggs. So I've put my barbecue on. It's not that hot at the moment, so I thought that would be ideal for me to start cooking the bacon. Let's see how it goes. Okay, so as you can see, I've got the black version here. That's the one for grilling. It's on top of my electric grill. I've put the potatoes and the leeks there. I'm going to put some salt and pepper on them in a minute. And I've put some of the bacon on this side. So I'm going to close it up while I go and get the seasonings. So I just put on a little bit of Montreal steak spice. I love to use that on my food. And also a little bit of pink Himalayan salt. As you can see, even in that time, the bacon is beginning to cook beautifully. So I'm going to close the lid. I've got quite a bit of bacon here, so I'm just going to cover that while we cook the rest. I thought what I'd do is cook the bacon as I cooked everything else slowly, so that by the time we finished all the bacon will be cooked, ready to go in the freezer. Well, I just turned them over, and the first thing you can see is the disadvantage, if you like, is the fact that the food is cooking in its own moisture. Now here the moisture is pretty much bound to be the water that was, as I had the potatoes and leeks in water. But here it's going to be in fat. But I'm going to show you how to get rid of that in a second. But you can see it's already starting to brown a little. It's only been in for 5 minutes at a very low temperature. It's only, well, it's dropped down now because I opened the lid, but it was only at about 250, supposedly. But I've given up watching the temperature gauge on the top of my electric grill because, quite honestly, it doesn't tell the truth. But every time you open the grill, obviously, you lose a lot of heat as well. So I'm going to leave it closed for another 5 minutes and see how we're doing. Now, in terms of how to deal with the excess fat, the one thing that I saw was that you can just take a paper towel and just take up the excess fat, which makes a lot of sense for those people who are very healthy. My viewers from England will tell me, why would you do that? I've got a bun here that I didn't use this week, ready to be either cooked or thrown out. So what I'm going to do is what the English call fried bread, which is where you take the good stuff from the bacon, sop it up onto your bread. Now, that obviously is not healthy at all. But when you taste it, you don't really care. So this is just to give you an update. The bacon's been cooking for about 10 minutes, I would say. As you can see, the fried bread is looking awesome. Potatoes are beginning to cook. It would help if I didn't keep lifting up the lid, but I'm doing that, so it's okay. So in a minute I'm going to take this bacon out and put the new bacon in. There we've got some beautifully cooked bacon and some fried bread, as they call it in England. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to try and freeze all of that together once it's cooled, so it's an instant meal if I want to warm it up one day. Of course, the interesting thing is going to be when I cook the eggs. These are 2 Born omega-3 eggs. I always remember my brother was amazed at the colour of them. Really, I'm just so used to the colour of them, I didn't even think about it, but when he was here last year, that was what really blew his mind. So we'll see how they cook up on the sheet. The surprising thing is, even though you've got a mat, you can see that it still does the grill marks, which is pretty impressive, right? And as you can see, everything's cooking beautifully. The potatoes are nearly done. They've taken about half an hour, I guess, or will do by the time it's all done. But it's all looking good. So this is going to be the tricky bit, or not. I'm going to try and put the eggs on. Now my deck is at an angle. That's not too bad. Just a bit slowly. There we go. Yep, not bad at all. So look at that. Bacon, fried bread, hash browns, eggs. Yum. So the eggs are cooking beautifully. The bacon is just about done. Potatoes look like they're done. The fried bread is done. Yum. Now, when can you do that on a barbecue? How many of you going, I wonder what grilled fruit would taste like? Okay, it was more than I could handle. This reminds me of being in England. So, fried banana with your eggs. See the smiley face? Yeah. Tell that the eggs are just about getting ready because, if you remember, if you go right in, I don't know if you can see that, but the yolks are beginning to bubble, which means the actual yolk itself is beginning to cook right now, so yum. You see this as well, this line here, it tells you that the yolk is cooking beautifully. So I don't want to overcook the yolk, I want them sunny side up. That's way too much food for me, but it was worth it for the experiment, and now I just want to show you how to clean up, or how they told me to clean up the grill. As you can see, there's quite a lot of stuff going on there. So I'm going to take that same paper towel I had earlier, and I'm going to work really hard. Look at this. Just going to let the paper towel soak up the bad stuff that I've already soaked up with the bread, of course. Duh. Right, I've turned the grill off, and once it's all cool, I'm just going to rinse the rest of it in warm soapy water, and done. Now, this is what the grill looked like before. Imagine if I tried to cook on that. So, your choice. What do you think? I'm pretty impressed. But then I'm easily impressed. Let me know.